to sit here and do a quick little tutorial. And it is about foils. So we're going to go on through here and find us a nice little foil. I'm looking for one of the leopard prints. I'm going to go with this one. Now, this is going to be going on this. So what we're going to do with this is cut us a piece that will cover that. Which won't be much. See? And this will cover this. So, next what we're going to do is, there's different curves on this now. So obviously you can apply this evenly. What I do is, I take little cuts out of places so that when it curves, it's got somewhere it can, go, bend. And I do it all over it. By all over, I mean the top and the sides. And I just cut little slits out. That's it. To make sure the top is the part where you cut the top at. Those two corners in the middle. And we're going to put this back up. Because we're done. Done with that. And I like to keep my stuff nice and neat. So it is where I left it. I can always find it. It's back in its little home. So it'll be there when I come back to it. No problem. Okay. Now, next thing you want to do is you want to paint this nail a color that's on your foil. We could do the hollow, but who wants to go through all that? So I'm going to do this reddish pink. And I've got a reddish pink here somewhere that's very similar. No, that's deep red. It's too bright. Come on, where you at? It's one of these two. Okay, this has a dark reddish color to it that matches the insides of the cheetah print. That's what color our nail's gonna be. Let me file this nub off the end, because that's hideous. There we go. Hold now, just like that. Done. I used some cart. I had Savvy Lands too, but it started clumping up and acting like it's going bad before it's time. So, or they lied about the date. So I use this. It's just fine. I bought it around the same time. The important thing is when you cure this, you want to cure it for a minute and a half. Let it cool down some, and then it's easier to get the foil off. Get it to transfer. So now we put our foil glue on, cure it for 1.5 minutes, at least 1.5 minutes to 2 minutes. I usually do it for 2 minutes, honestly. And then I let it cool down for a few seconds before I go in. It really helps when you let it cool down. You want this layer as thin as possible. Make sure you've hit every angle of it. So I go in with a regular amount, make sure I get it all over, and then I scrape off the excess with the brush. Okay, I hit the 90 seconds and then I hit the 30 seconds. The cuticles and all, I didn't file that. I didn't file around the cuticles. I just simply put them on and they look like that's the way they're supposed to be. See, if you look real close, they're not overlapping the cuticle. They look like they're coming out of the cuticle, and it's just a press on. And I use regular glue, so it's really a press on. It's not Gel-X or anything like that. Now this just came out. I'm gonna wait a few seconds for it to cool down. I usually wait a whole minute. If there's any breaks in the foil, you know, that doesn't lift no matter what you do, you've got the red background. It looks like part of the design. I've got some silver hollow polish, but the second that you wipe the top of it, it's no longer holographic, it's just silver. And not even a metallic silver. By Born Pretty. It doesn't do what it says it's going to do, and I bought another brand that did the same thing. As soon as you wipe it, that hollow's gone. Okay, now you want to get this as close to the top as possible with the cuts in it, because that's where most of the curving's happening, is right here. You want to lay it down and push it down in the center where there's no cuts. Now you see that's bubbled up there? That's okay, because you've got the cuts. So you can just pull it over. Now, just rub until you get your design off. That's all I can tell you. I like to rub down the sides, get it to lay the way it's going to lay. Then I rub down the back and the front. I find that if you do this on the edges, it releases the design from the edges, which obviously makes it easier all the way around. You just keep going. You can use your silicone tool. I find that taking a paper towel and wrapping your finger in it and rubbing it, that works really well as well. It's just a bunch of rubbing. It takes a while. So why anybody would take the time to put these on all 10 nails, I'll never understand. You'd be done painting this design before you would be done getting all this off. But they're fun to use every now and then. Let's see, you look closely, you can see where it's detaching right here at the tip. You can see through it right there. That's what you want the whole design to do. Now see, this adhered right here because this little piece came up. See, now it's on the nail. That's what we want the whole thing to do. So you just keep rubbing till you can't no more. Get a little mishap here. Here we go. You fold it under. But let's get you in close so you can see. You can actually see where it's letting go right here. You see through the paper. I'll lay this back down because as you can see, there's some red showing right there where this should have released. But you just keep going until you get it all released. And when you want to check it, don't just rip it off, because then if it's not attached, part of your design's not going to be there. Then you have to try and line it back up. Yeah, that's not gone yet, but let's just say I'm wanting to check it. I just slowly pull it up. You see it's not all the way down there. But since you haven't released the whole thing, you can just lay it right back where it was and work on it. And that's all there is. All there is to them. A bunch of rubbing. I find that taking the hard part of your tweezer, putting it together, and then rubbing it back and forth helps release it on stubborn parts. Be careful not to hurt yourself in the process, like I almost did just then. But yeah, it helps sometimes. It really does. See that release right there? You can see it. See what we got. Still need some down here. One does better than this one. Yep, there we got the strip to come off. Yeah, this was a crappy foil. But we got some of our design. And since you have the red background to match it, it doesn't look as bad as it could. That's too bad. Oh well, that's the life of a foil. That's how that's how it goes down. But I'm gonna try and do the pink one since I'm sitting here anyways. That looks like crap, but I'm gonna do something with it. I'd already painted the pink one when I thought to show this to you. So we're gonna try again, but this time I've got this foil to work with. Again, paint it on. Then I'm going to go back after I dry my brush out and take off all the excess. You want it thin as humanly possible. It makes all the difference in the world. If it's thick, you just get a bunch of product peeling back and forth with the foil and it won't come off right if it's a good foil. So we're going to try this again. Going to do 260 minutes. 60 seconds. Meanwhile, this is already cut. See, I've cut the top. I've cut all the sides. This foil that we didn't come out, I'll be putting a design that goes around here and covers up the flaws and leave out the design if possible. That's how I'll take care of that one. This one's going to be it's going to have this foil on it, and then I'm going to put some heart-shaped cherries on there. And then I'm going to put a different color cheetah print on that one, but I'll be painting that one rather than, I could use the foil, but I don't know, I guess I could. I don't know. I'll think about it, because then I could put like a pop-up border and use solid gel and put some chrome powder gold around it. Don't know. We shall see. That sounds like a good idea to me though. Now I'm gonna let this one cool thoroughly. This is a mistake nail that I made. I still keep my mistakes, but I don't always post them. It didn't come out the way I wanted it to. I was gonna put the flocking powder at the end for the arrow, but now I'm gonna redo it. I'm still gonna do the flocking powder though. Chicken bow ow ow. Chicken bow. Meow meow. I make songs up for my pets. Each one of them has different songs. Callie was a tortie calico that we had. And she was real playful and mischievous and beautiful. She was a long-haired tortie. And I don't know if you know what a tortie is, but the patterns on them are just striking. And then she was a very petite cat. So, just beautiful. Very agile and everything. Perfect little cute kitty. And I used to go check the mailbox down the driveway, and she'd go with me. And she'd just take off running and then jump up on the divider, the very slim pole on the divider, and it's perched there like a gargoyle, and then shoot back down and take off running. So she'd get excited when I go check the mail or take the trash out, either one. So I sung her little song. Cow, cow, meow, meow. She's my pretty, awesome Callie meow, meow girl. Callie meows her. And that'd make her even more excited. She'd take off running even more. So, you can say what you want, but animals like personalization, and they know it's for them. So it's like a little kid. It's cute. Super cute. Alright, I think it's nice and cool now. It's been quite a minute. I actually timed it. So, let's try this one out. Alright. Back to the old rub and hope. Alright, now I'm rubbing and hoping this didn't come from the same pack as the last one. It's already coming loose. I'll get you in there again. See? You can see the clear right here. It's already coming loose. That's a perfect thing. Like I said, you can never tell which ones are the good ones until you use it. And some are so much easier than the others. See? It's already coming off. All on its own. Freaking beautiful. Now, let's see. Let's see if we did good or if it did great. More like it. Yes, it. Nope, I gotta put it down right there. Oops, sorry. That is a great outcome. Yes, we have a few strays here. That is a great outcome. So happy with that. See, you can see what got left behind. But I'm happy with that one. Very happy. So, that's the whole foil. Make sure you pick a color that goes behind it that is very, very close to the color of the foil, at least one of the colors. So when it does make a mistake, you still got that color all the way back through it. Thanks for watching, hotties. Bye.